Hey guys, it's me, Brandy, and I am here today to do a collab video with some of my friends, including Dion from Dion Loves Makeup, Lori Latimer from Sis Fantastic, Life with Carrington, and Sabrina's Unboxings. So this collab, we are actually doing the palette tag, part 2. Eyeshadow palette tag 2. So several people have done this tag before, but one thing that we're doing is we are actually doing a giveaway as well. So stay till the end of the video and I will show you what I'm giving away. It's going to be one of the palettes that I'm showing you. I have an extra one, so I'm going to give away that palette to you guys. To one person at least. The rules I'm going to have down below in the comments, but one rule is you have to be following all of us and you need to just comment below. So definitely make sure that you're following every single one of us. You have to like the video, comment down below what your favorite palette of 2021 was. Let's see. YouTube does not sponsor this. You do need to be at the age of 18 or above to win a palette. And as well, you need to live in the United States. So that is pretty much it. So I'm going to start with all of these goodness here. So anyways, I have some palettes that are part of all of these, but I mean, I can't put all the palettes that I love in, right? So I'm going to show you some of the palettes that I basically gave like honorable mentions to. So this is the Beauty Bay Wilderness palette. And it is so pretty. It is a, let's see if I can, it is a dream. It's beautiful. It reminds me of, look at that. It reminds me of just like fall, one of my favorite times of year. I'll show you one more, and I will swatch a few of these for you. So those are some of the shimmers, and it just reminds me, like I said, of fall, and it just makes me happy. So I would say this is one of the ones that just brings me joy. All right, I also purchased this Age of Opulence palette last year, and it also is beautiful and amazing. Look at that. I really love the color story, and I've made several really beautiful looks with it. Look at that. Let's see, and I'll do this champagne color. All beautiful. If you guys know me and you watch my channel often, then you already know how much I love shimmer. I would say shimmer is probably my favorite. I also love indie brands. So I'm basically going to be showing you indie brands. One of the palettes that I love that I didn't think I would love, I was getting it in, I got it in a Glamlight. I got it in a Glamlight box, and I didn't think I would love it, but this is the Chocolate Donut palette. And I didn't think I would love it because it's literally just brown, just a bunch of browns. And it turns out that these are gorgeous shimmers. They're really pretty duochromes and multi-chromes in there. And I just really didn't expect it. So I do love this one. Again, also just an honorable mention. So take that with a grain of salt. One of my favorite palettes for 2020. Okay, so I have two palettes that were honorable mentions for my favorite palette of 2021. I have the Death by Light palette. Isn't that gorgeous? Just the color of the packaging is amazing. This is really gorgeous because the shimmers are extra shimmery. Look at that. And then you've got these really grungy, the really grungy mattes that just like really do it for me. So that one is going to be honorable mention for one of my favorite palettes of 2021. And the last one is not a favorite, but cannot get rid of. Now, this is one from many, I will say this is my very first indie brand palette that I ever picked up. And this is the Pharaoh palette from Menagerie. Isn't that beautiful? I have not used this in quite some time, so I do not actually know what kind of quality it has, but this was the one that got me interested in trying brands that were not mainstream. So yeah, this is the one that got me interested in doing something new. Something that other people weren't doing. So that's that one. And then now we will get started on all of this. Okay, so I have two palettes for my all-time favorites. These are both newer palettes, but I cannot seem to get enough use out of these palettes. I absolutely love them. So the mattes in these palettes are awesome. So I have the Nomad Cosmetics, and this is the Haunted Europe palette. I will show you the color story. I absolutely love the mattes in this palette. They are amazing. And I will swatch a couple of the shimmers for you. And I'll do a couple mattes as well. I'll show you those. They are gorgeous. So pretty. So for my new favorite, or the other one for my all-time favorite, I'm sorry, is the Blend Bunny Blends palette. And this is not just your regular rainbow palette. This is an awesome color story, and I have used this so many times. I can just show you a couple of, so those are just some of the mattes, and it's literally like, I barely put my finger in them. All right, so my new favorite is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. Now, I have used this so many times, and I've only had it probably about maybe 3 months. So it is gorgeous. It has the perfect kind of color story. You've got pastels, mid-tones, deep tones, shimmers, and then neons. So I don't know if you can see the color story, but it is amazing. And I will swatch. It's got these grungy, yummy colors. I'm going to swatch a neon for you, and then I will do a shimmer. They are amazing. And every look that I've done with these palettes, this palette just makes me happy. All right, so the palette that I keep for the memories is my Collective Cosmetics Phobos and Deimos palette. It's the Moon Twin eyeshadow palette. I have had this for so long. Look at that. I've had this for so long. Some of the mattes are not as good as they used to be, but I can't bring myself to get rid of it. I love it. It is a beautiful palette, very well put together. So yes, I keep that one for the memories. And then an underrated palette is, in my opinion, the Annette times Menagerie Cosmetics. This is the Serenity palette. It's so pretty. And I feel like this was not talked about enough. I feel like it could have been hyped up so much more than it was. But look at these shades. It is beautiful. It's not available anymore, but look at that. It's gorgeous. If you can get your hands on any of these palettes, I would highly suggest that you try to. They're all fantastic. All right, so next is not a favorite, but I can't get rid of it. So that's going to be this Glam Light cake palette. It comes in this like little oven packaging. It's super cute. It is really, honestly, it's like kind of gimmicky, but I can't bring myself to get rid of it. It's super cute. Let me show you a couple swatches. So I have those. And I just cannot bring myself to get rid of it. It is a beautiful palette. But it's not my favorite. My favorite rainbow palette my favorite palette for rainbows has been taken over by Blend Bunny. So, yeah. But I will not get rid of this palette. I think it's super cute and very, like, intuitive. All right. My favorite collaboration is the Club Nebula and Collidos with Angelica Nevekiss palette. I'll show you what it looks like. It is super pretty. It's getting all washed out from my lights, but look at how pretty that is. It's gorgeous. So I will show you some of these shimmers in this palette. This is the reason why it is my favorite collaboration palette. They really did a great job with this palette. Alright, so for 2021, my absolute favorite palette of 2021 was the Nomad Cosmetics Iceland Fire and Ice palette. I use this so much. I used a very light hand with it, but this is my favorite palette of 2021. I'll just show you these beautiful colors. They're so pretty. So, 100% this was my favorite palette of 2021. I think it came out in like a January of 2021, so I had all year to play with it, and it was definitely my favorite. Okay. So now we have a palette that I didn't expect to love. Now, don't beat me up for this. I didn't expect to love this palette because it's an all-neutral palette. This is the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Dollhouse palette. Now, I didn't expect to love it because when you see the pictures, the promo pictures, it's just a neutral palette. But when you see it in person, this baby is freaking beautiful. The shimmers are amazing. They did a phenomenal job with this palette. I didn't expect to love it, but I do. Let me show you just some of these lighter shimmers. I'll show you how pretty they are. Look at that. That's insane. Okay. The next palette is a palette that sparks joy. So this palette sparks joy because it's literally my favorite color story I've ever seen. This is the Book of Magic palette from Beauty Bay. And it just makes me happy. The colors together are amazing. It is not available anymore, but I'm sure that a lot of you were able to get your hands on it. It's just the most beautiful color story, and it's just more surprising than a lot of color stories that we have seen. So yeah, I absolutely love this palette. Now, the newest palette to my collection is the Nomad Cosmetics Whistler Lodge. And this palette as well is becoming very quickly a favorite of 2022. I will show you the beautifulness that is this palette. It is so pretty. Ooh. So I will swatch a couple of these shades for you. Look at that. They are so pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. Now, the last prompt or question and answer is the first palette that was used in 2022. Now, I got this palette at the end of 2021. I want to say I got it in like October, maybe September. So I got this palette and I did not know. I mean, I had basically, I went through and I totally duped the palette, but I couldn't not get it. So this is the You Beauty palette. And it's kind of washing itself out there, but it's really, really beautiful. It has some pretty amazing multi-chromes that are definitely not expected. You've got this one here. So I did my first look of 2021 with this palette. So yeah. Now, for the giveaway news, I want to kind of let you guys know that I was gifted the Nomad Fire and Ice palette. And I already have the Nomad Fire and Ice palette. So, I have that one here, and this is brand new, not been opened. I did open it to make sure that it wasn't broken or anything, but I'm gifting my favorite palette from 2021 to one of you guys. So again, I'll just throw out the rules one more time. You just have to make sure that you are following all of the people that are doing this tag, this collab video. Make sure that you're following me. Make sure that you comment down below your favorite palette of 2021. Please do me a favor and check out everybody else's videos. Let me know what your favorite palette of 2021 was down below, and let me know, are you excited to possibly win this palette? It is amazing. You will not be sorry. So please, the last thing that I ask is that you are living in the USA and you are over the age of 18. Know that this is not sponsored by YouTube or by any of the other palettes that I have named here in the video. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.